Hey everybody, we have a huge show for you today. We'll be taking a look at some Capital Couture.
Yeah, and Yassir's got some Dumb and Dumber things to say about Dumb and Dumber 2.
And one lucky viewer will win a Hunger Games prize pack, and it all starts now.
Hi everybody, I'm Erin Gibson.
And I'm Yassir Lester, and this is the trailer!
It is the trailer, and it's spin-off week.
That's right, and I love
We said it's
spin-offs.
spin-off week. Yeah.
That was supposed to be a tornado. I love spin-offs. What are some of your favorites?
Puss in Boots.
Okay.
Scorpion King.
Okay.
Ghostbusters 2.
No, that's French. It doesn't matter.
But it's derivative a little bit of Ghostbusters.
It's still wrong.
Joey.
That's not even...
I know.
My favorite spin-offs, Ewok Adventure.
So amazing.
Yes, and one that's not even out yet, Minions. The Minions from Despicable Me are getting their own movie, and we have a clip from the trailer for you right now, so let's take a look.
Without a master, they had no purpose. They became aimless and depressed. If this went on much longer, they would surely perish.
But then one minion stepped forward.
Kevin felt pride. He was going to be the one to find his tribe the biggest, baddest villain to serve. Stuart felt hungry, mostly. He was going to be the one to eat this banana. And Bob was frightened of the journey ahead.
Oh yeah, you look so good.
Oh, hello, papagena. Tu le bella con la papaya.
Well, I mean, duh, why they're getting this movie, they're adorable.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Minions. When I was working at Funny or Die, they paid for 2 people to dress up as Minions and come to our holiday party, and people cried. And tried to hug these, like, they're clearly people in costumes, but we're like, I love you, adults. Adults were doing this.
Adult nerds.
Adult nerds,
okay,
yeah.
Adult dweebs.
Yeah.
But sadly, I love the Minions.
So you're in the camp.
Yeah, I'm part.
I mean, really, honestly, who doesn't love them?
Well, the weird thing
Terrorists?
is that the Minions are people or things that work for villains. Like, their whole purpose is to find a villain or a bad person and then work for them.
Yeah.
So technically, we shouldn't be like, oh, this thing's adorable. It's like
But
if your dog worshipped Satan, you wouldn't be like, oh, that's a great, beautiful puppy. Like,
Yeah, but
I
feel like they do it in it's a very innocent way.
Okay, but I've got questions, okay?
Yeah.
How long have these Minions been around? Clearly centuries. Where are they getting these overalls from? They don't look like they make them themselves.
Oshkosh bagosh.
Haircuts, huh? Why are they even going through the trouble? They all have different hairstyles. Each one has 8 hairs, max.
Yeah, all the important questions.
All the important questions. They're wearing glasses. How did he confuse a minion for a fire hydrant? These are all the things I need answered, but I can't because it's not coming out till later this year.
You gonna be okay?
Until 2015, actually. I may be okay. I don't even know. By the way, I hate to do this and it's kind of awkward, but you look really good today.
Oh, I wore a dress today, yeah. Well, thank you for complimenting me because earlier today I was insulted over and over again.
Oh, you sat down with our Regal fashion consultant, Alison Becker, and discussed Capital Couture, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let's take a look what she had to say about the Hunger Games style fashions.
Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 comes out this weekend and is chocked full of hot fashions. Here to talk to us more about it is Regal's fashion expert, Alison Becker.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was just catching up on some reading. So great to see you, Erin Gibson, America.
Nice.
Actually, can't stay long. I'm brunching with Hillary Duff's babysitter.
Oh, she has kids.
Yeah, but it's actually her babysitter.
Okay, great. So you're here to talk to us about all the fashions happening in the Capitol.
Mm-hmm. And I call this new segment Tip Top Tips with me, Alison Becker.
Okay, so you named it. No big deal. Okay, what's the first tip?
Well, first up, we're going to talk about faces. Capital Couturists are painting their faces like a PCP daydream. It is so bae. Just the other day, I was in Carl's Jr. and I saw Christoph Waltz with a metallic green raccoon stripe right on his face.
It is insane.
Your face, Erin Gibson, is looking a little bit plain, like a low-sodium rice cake.
So lumpy and crunchy?
You said it, girl.
Okay.
Next up, let's talk about hair. Capital City knows that hair needs to be big. Not just a little big, but like Dr. Seuss big. Pump it up. Pump up the jam. Pump up the hair. Pump it up. Technotronic.
I don't know what that is.
You remember, you're old. Erin Gibson, America needs your hair at an 11. And right now it's at a, let me get out my fashion calculator, boop, 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 number.
So it's flatlining?
You got it, girl. To sum it up, Erin Gibson, it is about looking fierce. Let's look at some visual examples, shall we? Here we go, fierce. Next slide, fierce. Final slide, fierce. I think you got it.
Yeah, we got it. Thank you so much for coming on.
Are we out of time?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have a little extra minute to tell my story about Jason Alexander at the Best Western Swimming Pool Party?
No, absolutely not. Thanks so much for coming
time.
on.
You're my best not famous friend.
That's an insult. See, my hair is totally not.
Yeah, that's just dumb that she would say that. And I know something about dumb because I saw Dumb and Dumber 2 this weekend. So did you.
I did too. I too saw it.
Oh my God. See, that was dumb.
Thank you.
I really like it.
It's all rubbing off. This movie, I have to say, worth the wait, number one.
Yes.
We were talking about this earlier.
It was worth the 20 years.
It was worth the 20 years of my life. That we were worried about if we were going to like it because we have like this nostalgic idea of what this movie is because you know, when you watch things when you're young, you sometimes look back and go, oh, really? I was into the Toadies or whatever.
Or Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Which is great.
But you question yourself.
Right.
But I had no questions.
Yeah.
I laughed as hard as I did when I was 16.
Yeah.
I was embarrassed at some of those things that I laughed at in the movie. Yeah. There's fart jokes and I laughed at them. I mean, what?
Yeah, the Farrelly brothers definitely have a style. They took a bunch of things from their other movies, a lot from Dumb and Dumber, the first one, clearly. There's a lot of homages to themselves in a weird way, but hilarious through and through. There were so many times that like someone like in the movie would fart, and I was just in a theater full of teenagers, and they would be like, yeah! And I was like, these kids get it.
You're finally home.
Yeah. These cool teenagers get it.
There were so many things that I don't have this a lot with movies, but there are so many things I think about today about the movie that just make me giggle. Like there's one thing, I can't really talk about it because it's kind of a spoiler, but a joke that I've seen a million times. A million times.
Yeah.
And they did it and they added one thing to it and it made it so new and so fresh, and I laughed the hardest I've laughed in a long time.
Yeah, I know.
It was great.
I literally know what joke you're talking about, which I thought was hilarious. There's a joke at the end that I thought was really, really funny, so make sure you stay.
This is just a segment where we talk about...
Yeah, we're just talking about all the funny things. There is a spoiler that I'm going to give you, but not give you. Bill Murray is in Dumb and Dumber 2, and you have to find him. That's a real thing.
He is?
Yes, Bill Murray is in Dumb and Dumber 2. I'll tell you once we wrap, but it's absolutely a real thing.
Wow.
But the movie is hilarious.
It's
Everyone,
great.
like, the way Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels kind of slide back into their roles, at first it made me super apprehensive. I was like, oh God, are they gonna do this right? You know what I mean? Like, after 2 decades, it's kind of hard to be like, I'm gonna play an idiot again.
Well, they did a great job.
They did it, and you know, you're a fan of The Newsroom, so to see that turn in Jeff Daniels.
Actually, my friend was telling me there's a billboard on Sunset where one side of the billboard is Jeff Daniels in Newsroom, and the other side of the billboard is Dumb and Dumber 2.
That is so funny.
I don't think it's on purpose.
Oh, probably not.
Amazing.
But I love that happened. Another thing about this movie is that it's just been so long, you know, and people didn't know if it was going to get made. So there were also some jokes in there that I was like, you can tell this happened. They wrote this joke
a long time ago.
Yeah. But they decided to keep it. You know what I mean? But
I'm not mad at them.
No,
I loved it. I thought it was great. No. I'm still laughing about. I was laughing about another joke as you were talking.
Yeah. Make sure you go see Dumb and Dumber 2 in Regal Cinemas. Another film we saw this weekend was Beyond the Lights.
Yeah, Beyond the Lights, which directed by...
Gina Prince Bythewood, the same woman that wrote and directed Love and Basketball.
Which I have not seen.
It's like, were you never a black teenager? Have you not seen Love and Basketball?
I was a black teenager.
Were you?
Yeah, but I missed that movie.
Well, then you weren't a black teenager. Love and Basketball was great. Beyond the Lights, it's kind of a similar story. It's about a female pop singer, and she falls in love, and then it's like, which one is she going to choose? Career? Love.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's a confusing idea because if you live in Ohio, you know that pop is code for soda. So is she a soda star? Is she a music star?
Are you gonna do like a hashtag?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Hashtag pop music. All you do is you take your favorite singer,
Yeah.
artist, group,
Yeah.
ensemble, mix it with the soda.
Yeah.
Hashtag it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and you will enter to win a Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 prize pack.
Okay.
It could be anything.
Okay. So what if it was like
Salt and Dr. Pepper.
salt and Dr. Pepper, ginger ale be sure,
Yeah, it could
No
be
one will get
Whiz
that.
Cola Ifa,
Bobby Dr. Brown's root beer soda.
Orange, Blood Orange Crush.
That's good.
It's not bad. I really struggled.
But do people know who Blood Orange is?
Probably not. Write yours in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and hashtag pop music. See you next week. Erin Gibson.
Yassir Lester.
Come in for a hug.